Peter and Helen Gilder's attitude to entering these awards provides a succinct insight into their approach to overseeing this predominantly low-lying 855-hectare Balclutha dairy and dry stock unit. Waitapeka Farm is an intensive dairy farm and sheep grazing operation on the lower floodplains and terraces of the Clutha River and adjoining hill country. The property was purchased by Landcorp in the late 1980s and has been managed by Peter and Helen Gilder for 20 years. At Waitapeka, Landcorp's southernmost farm, staff development and input is highly valued, which is a reflection of Peter and Helen's personal commitment to the farm. There is clear evidence of a vision and passion to work within the landscape and sustainably integrate social, environmental and farm production values. Situated southeast of Balclutha, Waitapeka comprises mostly flats and terraces with about 260 hectares easy hill country. Glen Oamaru River runs through the property. When we came here 13 years ago, there were a lot of swampy areas and about 400 hectares of heavy peat flats. We were on the wettest place in the whole delta, says Peter, with the land being the worst of what was left over after the government settled this area after World War II. Today, however, Waitapeka contains 2 productive dairy units on a milking platform of 558 hectares effective. This season, 1,050 cows were calved on Lansdowne and 730 on Duns. There are 10 full-time staff and 6 casual employees. A 270-hectare runoff 5 kilometres away is leased, and from May this year, a 450-hectare deer-fenced property adjoining the runoff will also be leased. Peter and Helen have 3 adult children, Jason, Carla and Regan, and 5 grandchildren. Waitapeka was originally a smaller property, being run mainly as a sheep breeding operation. The Gilders were asked to convert it into a finishing block, but 3 years into this, in 2002, they were asked to oversee the creation of 2 dairy units on the property. In a hectic 12 months, they kept the sheep operation productive by continuing to finish lambs whilst overseeing the dairy conversion. In addition, lanes totalling 16 kilometres were created and 143 kilometres of open ditches were dug and fenced. They appreciate how supportive Landcorp is as an employer, particularly with any of the younger generation who show initiative. Younger students also connect with the farm. Last year, Helen organised the local Romahapa Primary School students to undertake Arbor Day planting, and this is to be continued. The judging team was very impressed with the property and with what has been achieved in the past 20 years, starting from a blank canvas. To quote Peter, "We treat the farm as if it were our own."